Hey everybody, this is Eric with Eric's Garage AZ coming at you today, and I have a really cool opportunity to interview a guy named Alan Gross. I had a chance to meet him December 1st at the 15th annual Southwest Airlines Children's Christmas Party car show.
Right.
And he has this beautiful 1938 Ford pickup truck. Now we're shooting here from South Mountain Regional Park in South Phoenix, and it's what, maybe 68, 67 degrees out here. It's rough for all y'all back east and up north. Anyhow, Alan, thanks again for the opportunity to interview on this car and also show me the truck, the cool stuff about the truck. I met you again at the show, and your truck immediately caught my eye because it's got some really cool, unique features. Tell me the concept of the truck, how long you've had it, whatever you want to tell the audience out there.
Okay, well, thank you, Eric. I bought the truck in 1978, and it had about 15 coats of paint on it at the time. And since then, we've managed to strip it down. It's had 3 motors, 4 transmissions, 2 rear ends. Wow. This is kind of the final iteration that it's at right now.
So it's kind of like grown through different stages.
It's grown through a lot of different.
Wow.
Yes. My wife keeps asking me how much money I have in it, and I keep telling her that's not a fair question because it's been 15 different trucks over the years.
Right. Yeah.
Can't possibly say it's worth this much at this time.
That's funny.
The whole idea of the truck was to set up late 1960s gasser style.
Okay.
So, but to keep the outside reasonably stock, so it really didn't. You really didn't notice that much unless you took a look at it.
Now, when you say reasonably stock, is it still reasonably stock now?
It is.
Are there little nuances about this? We're going to show this here. Are there little nuances about the truck that you want to talk about here? Well, or do you want us to guess?
No. That's all right. What we've done is we've kept, for instance, the King B taillights.
What is that called?
King B is
King
the company.
B taillight?
King B, and they're from the 60s, so we kept those. We used it had a 289 in it originally, so we used the 289 rods to build the mounts for the taillights.
Well, that's pretty ingenious.
That's
being very resourceful with the resources that you have.
But all of the fender shape, and it hasn't been chopped, it hasn't been channeled. It's sitting on the frame. But we took it down started with the original frame, and the only thing left of the original frame are the 2 side rails.
Oh wow, okay.
And we boxed those.
Okay.
And then we filled in all the cross members in between.
Right, okay.
And set it up for small block Ford. We wanted to stay Ford and Ford.
Sure, that's cool. Good for you.
So what it has right now is, I say it's 38 on the outside. It's got a 351 Windsor that's been bored and stroked to 392.
Oh, we doggone.
And
why does it sound so mean?
And then that's topped with Hillborn fuel injection, the 8-stack fuel injection.
Saw that. Let's go up here and take a look at that.
Okay.
I'll tell you, that's the thing I liked about it. Probably that caught my eye right off the bat, besides the cool Harley Davidson tank back there, was your Hillborn. And this is neat. Now, a lot of people don't know about Hillborn. They see these stacks and they think that's really cool. What is Hillborn? you know, briefly for the average person out there.
Well, Hillborn started out in racing. They were a fuel injection system, mostly for gasser class. So what we've got with this one is Hillborn since has decided if they're going to sell to street people like me, this is electronic. It's computerized to a series of sensors and manages the fuel injection. So really,
there's an individual injector for each stack.
Those are sitting down here.
Okay, gotcha.
Injectors are right here. Fuel here.
So instead of a regular manifold that sucks in air, it uses these, what do you call them, smokestacks or stacks or whatever?
Stacks, injection stacks.
Injection stacks. So that's clear air all the way through. That's why you have the screen on here.
And these are just they're little diapers, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. And they keep the big bugs out. When we take the thing to show, I take them off because I like the red inside. Right, the red is pretty cool. It makes it pop a little bit. Driving it around, it at least keeps stuff out of it.
Gotcha. See, Holman Moody. Holman Moody's world famous stuff.
Right.
And those are Holman Moody heads you have there?
No, they're actually 4 GT40 heads that are sitting on it.
4 GT40 heads.
Right.
Nice job.
We cheated and put the Holman Moody. I always loved Holman Moody, so at least we got the valve covers on there.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
And set on it. So.
And look at how clean this is, folks. This is just like Crazy 8 here. That's your radiator overflow, right?
Right.
This is so neat. Stainless steel. Check this out. This is a bone with a hand that holds up the hood. No bones about it.
No bones about it.
No bones about it.
The headers were custom built.
Headers down here.
And of course, being 60s style, we wanted fender dump headers, so we redid the entire inside of the fender edge, so we get the headers.
Oh, okay, yeah, right there. I see that. Yep. Check that out down there.
And we put electronic dumps on them, so I can open them or close them from inside the cab.
I heard that. Yeah, the electronic dump sounded pretty good. I like that sound. It's got that guttural V8 392 cubic inch sound, right?
Right, and of course we have to have air conditioning. It's Arizona. Right. So, and it's nice. Joe Hunt Magneto on it.
Now, why a Joe Hunt Magneto? And I'm not a rookie, but I've never heard of Joe Hunt. So what's up with Joe Hunt?
Joe Hunt was 60s, 70s. He modified the Vertex Magnetos. I thought because of the period, Joe Hunt was the thing to have in here. And excuse me, I had this set up with. They set it up for me with a mechanical tach drive because we're using a mechanical tachometer on it.
Okay.
And everybody thought that was a crazy thing to do in the age of electronics, but actually it's kind of cool and it fits the 60s.
Take a look at it from the front here. I like that look. This looks like a old school catcher's mask or a referee's mask, doesn't it?
Just about.
Or a the fencing mask.
You know.
Is that the real deal grill?
Yes, it is.
Truck?
That's the original. That's the original grill for it.
They look like they're halogen headlights.
They're halogen bulb in the lights.
Okay.
These are the stock cans they're sitting in. We Frenched them back. This is the only 38 around you'll find French headlights on.
Okay.
We had to build
now, French is a term used to describe what process do you do? What's Frenching?
Instead of having a regular chrome headlight ring on here, it rolls back in and sets the light back a little bit, so you have a much smoother edge.
And you know, if you notice the paint, let's go over here in the sun. This is just it is like, I mean, blue, purple, black, depending upon what angle you're looking at it. Do you have a paint color for that? I mean, did you pick the color?
Right. It's comes from a company called House of Kolor.
Oh, I've seen those guys.
And House of Kolor called it Midnight Blue. That's sprayed by Lucky Luciano.
I've heard of him. He's here in Phoenix.
Here in Phoenix, yeah.
He does some world-class stuff, doesn't he?
Really, really good.
Love the less is more. When I'm talking about less is more, I'm talking about just 2 small pinstripes here, just to delineate on the cab, just to make a little spatial awareness here of the upper and lower portions of the cab here. And the fact that you incorporated the tan color here and the tan on the wheel, and then also red here and blue here. Red for the pinstripe and blue, of course, for the body color. So you tied it together with a less is more kind of approach to it, didn't you?
That's right.
And now, one thing I want to ask you about, which is really cool, is come here, folks. I want to show you something really cool. Check this out. Can I open this?
Yes.
Oh, Oh, it opens like a dream. That is a hand grenade gear shift lever on bones. Ooh. Safety harnesses, beautiful leather interior. Just okay. So you're a really laid back, cool cat, and I'm just wondering about the bones and the hand grenades. I'm sure the viewers are going to be like, "What's up with the bones and hand grenade stuff, Alan?"
Well, it just kind of caught on as a theme somehow.
Okay,
I
cool.
always thought having a hand grenade for the shifting lever would be cool, and then I thought, well, why not have it held in a skeleton hand
That's
as well?
pretty cool. I like that.
And I just figured the worst that could happen is I couldn't drive it to the airport.
Yeah.
So
You have the same pinstriping on the inside here, which is again very subtle. A less is more kind of approach, and there's a mechanical tachometer there, and looks like he does have some military background, Marine Corps emblem there, and all those cool badges. Now looks like those are moon. Are those moon gauges?
they're all moon except for the B&M transmission temperature.
Okay.
All the gauges are geared to take temperature readings.
Okay.
There's no gas gauge there. There's no alternator gauge there. It's all transmission temperature, oil temperature.
So you don't have any fuel gauge there?
The fuel gauge is on the tank in the back.
So
You
when
just
you
have
drive
to-
down the road, yeah.
You just have to pay attention. Exactly. You just have to pay
Okay.
a lot of attention.
All right, all right.
So
we have,
it is a stock clock in the glove box, and it actually works.
stock for the 1938.
38, yes, 1938 clock. I haven't wound it, so it's not on time for us. But it
Wow, that's an original 1938 wind-up clock.
will. Yes.
Oh my word!
That's why it runs down. Often I don't always go out to the garage and wind it up.
Right, no, that's pretty
So-
cool. Now, the fuel tank, you said the gauge is up here, so we're going to swing around here, but while we're making that approach there, we have to stop and admire the interior of this. Now, did you tub that?
Yes.
Okay, because I noticed you did tub it.
Right.
Your tires are not stock tires.
No,
Now,
they're
they're
not.
stock rims, you told me, but they had to be widened out a little bit.
We took the 1938 stock rims. I probably
Get you over here better.
I probably had to buy 24 rims before we finally found ones that weren't so badly rusted and corroded we could cut them apart and use
Oh, okay.
them. So we cut the centers out, cut the edges off, and then welded in plates in between. So the back rims are actually 12-inch wide rims, and the front rims are 8-inch wide rims.
No kidding.
Because the stock 38 rims are 6-inch
You're running Hoosier rear
in the rear.
road. They're road tires,
They're road
street tires.
right.
But you said they're 15 inches wide?
They're about 15 wide. Yeah. The rims are 16-inch rims.
Okay, let's take a look at this here. We're going to go a little sideways view here. Nope, check it out. Can you see in there? Here we go, right here. This is what he's talking about. These are stock rims, but they had to widen them out to make them wider so that it could fit sweet ass tires like that on there. You mentioned something earlier that on the inside of this tailgate bed is something you want to show us.
Oh, so this is South African paddock wood.
Wow.
Back.
Now, did you source this out someplace, or did somebody say, "Oh, you ought to get this wood because it's cool"? Or
actually, I wanted a wood with a nice red color to it. A nice red color to it, and the original wood that we wanted hit the endangered species list about the time I ordered it,
oh, that's not good.
and so we couldn't get it. So we shifted to paddock, which still has a nice red to it.
Now, if you look all the way down there, you see how thick these wood planks are. So this is not just wood veneer stuff. This is the real deal wood here. Now, these look like they're hood.
Actually, they're marine boat deck.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah, okay.
So it's down flush with the deck.
Yep. And now you have Live to Ride, of course, and we see the Harley Davidson up there on the gas tank, and that's just really cool picture right there. I like that. And then down here, you have your transmission cooler and your oil cooler fans separate from up there in the engine compartment. And, well, obvious reasons, it's cooler back here. Even the carpeted area of the truck bed is just pristine clean. Do you ever drive this?
Once in a while.
Yeah?
Once in a while.
She's gorgeous, man. Just
we take a lot of time. We spend more time cleaning it than we do driving it.
doggone.
So
now of the work on this vehicle, it sounds as though you've done a great majority of it. Is there any one particular contributor or maybe a couple contributors to the project that you want to mention here, you want to do a shout out for right now?
Well, I would. I'd certainly mention Lucky Luciano,
right,
and his paint and body shop, because he did a fantastic job for me.
Okay.
This has Chris Alston Chassisworks ladder bars in the back.
Is there anybody else that comes to mind, Alan?
Classic Machining is a machine shop I worked with for years on it. They're down in Maricopa.
Okay.
I keep it tuned with Bob Ream.
This truck is just absolutely incredible, and you probably heard me say ooh and ah and all that other cool stuff before with it, but
I appreciate it.
Keep checking it out.
There's the gas gauge.
Yeah, and here's the gas gauge, the legendary gas gauge right there. Yeah, that's it. So you said you have to be aware of your surroundings when you're driving this vehicle down the road. And now we're going to take a look at the interior, and we did it briefly, but who did your interior? Because it looks really like this.
Booth did the interior.
All right, Chuck Booth. Okay, good.
And
this is just
Chuck's pretty well known around here for his interiors. Added the louvers along the edge of the trim there, just kind of
little small details, man.
So a little look at, and then put the strips.
Check this out. Those are the exhaust
smiling
tips.
Exhaust.
Yep. He calls it smiling exhaust. It was awesome. You guys will hear it in the video that I have. Well, we're going to be putting together a video here shortly. You'll hear it. It's pretty fucking cool. It's awesome. He actually rode by me with open headers. I like that. You're going to like it too. All right. Well, Alan, I'll tell you, it's been just an incredible opportunity to interview you here. Is there anything else that stands out that you want to show us?
Oh, I might say the side vents here. You know, on the 38, 39, you simply had a very simple small side vent. And we thought if you're going to go to all this effort with the motor and all this back and forth, really ought to be able to see it. So had these water jetted and polished.
That's pretty cool.
And cut the old vents out. And redid the. This is a little bit larger than stock.
Right.
That was redone with water jet work as well. So it's what's it? Custom aluminum radiator.
Yeah.
And just
old school rat fink there. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I've always liked Big Daddy Roth.
Yeah,
so I had to have a rat fink in here somewhere.
All right, that's pretty cool.
That's a power steering reservoir underneath.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, there you go.
So
nice. Man. You know, just incredible. I tell you, Al, come over here. You're an awesome guy. Thank you so much for the opportunity to interview you in this truck. It was just a beautiful, beautiful truck, and the folks out there in Eric's Garage AZ Land are going to love it. And what we say out there in Eric's Garage AZ Land is drive it like you stole the bitches. So remember, this is a cool cat, Alan Gross, here in Phoenix. We just got done doing a video on his 1938 Ford pickup truck. Love you guys. Like, subscribe, share, send all the well wishes to us. Have a great day. Peace.